Three more Awami League candidates lose nominations. BNP hatching conspiracy to foil polls, says Kadir. War against Hamas to take few more months, says Israel. Those were the headlines. This is ATN News. Good evening, viewers. I'm Hassan with English Bulletin. Hearing on appeal to get back nominations took place for the last day on Thursday. In 84 appeal hearing, 22 candidates got back their nominations, while appeal of 62 candidates were dismissed. 3 ruling party candidates lost their candidature on the day. So far, Awami League candidates have lost their nominations. The Election Commission cancelled the nomination of Awami League candidate Shamim Haq from Faridpur 3 constituency. Besides, Awami League candidate from Cox's Bazar 1, Salahuddin Ahmed, lost the nomination for loan default, and Awami League candidate from Borishal 4, Shammi Ahmed, lost the nomination for dual citizenship. Besides, Awami League's independent candidate from Borishal 5, Sarniabad Sadiq Abdullah, also lost nomination. Although Shammi Ahmed appealed against the nomination of Awami League's independent candidate Pankaj Nath from Borishal 4, the Election Commission dismissed it. So, Pankaj Nath's candidature remains valid. Besides, Awami League candidate from Jhalakati 1, Shahjahan Omar's candidature also remains valid. BNP is engaged in hatching conspiracy to foil the polls. The government has such information. Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir made the remark while talking to the media at party president's Dhanmondi office on Friday morning. He said Awami League wants to set an instance of neutrality in the next polls. The Awami League leader said it is not possible to sacrifice more than 7 seats for the 14 party partners. None of the alliance partners will be given any guarantee to win. Victory will have to be achieved through contest and popularity. He wanted to know whether definition of participatory polls depend on BNP's participation. He said Awami League is not at all influencing the polls. The 14-party candidates will have to win fighting with independent candidates. Making such remark, Minister for Information and Broadcasting Dr. Hassan Mahmud said Awami League has sacrificed seats to those who have capabilities of getting elected. He made the remark while newly elected members of Dhaka Reporters Unity paid a courtesy call on him on Friday. The Joint General Secretary of Awami League said Jatiya Party has been working as the ally of Awami League against BNP's terrorism and violence for a long time. He said, although no seat-sharing compromise has been made with Jatiya Party for the polls, a strategic compromise has been made. Talking on the independent candidates, Dr. Hassan Mahmud said Awami League has no control over independent candidates. Although leaders of 14-party alliance are not that much satisfied with only 7 parliamentary seats from Awami League for the upcoming parliamentary polls, some of their leaders are not losing hope right now. Talking to the journalists after a discussion at the National Press Club, President of Jatiya Samajtantrik Dol, Hassanul Haq Inu, said they have made a humble request to Awami League to increase the number of seats slightly. They are hopeful about it. However, Awami League leader Bahauddin Naseem said there is no scope to increase the number of seats for 14-party. He said seat-sharing issue has been discussed with the 14-party alliance partners. Rather, the issue of probable winning candidates has found importance in the discussion. Leader and activists of BNP is getting convicted on different types of allegations, including subversive acts, obstructing activities of police, and through revival of old cases. The paces of such convictions have increased after October 28. More than 1,000 leaders and activists of BNP and its allies have been indicted in 65 cases in Dhaka in recent time. BNP claims most of these cases are politically motivated. The leaders and activists of the party are being convicted to keep them away from polls. The lawyers of BNP alleged the trial proceedings is taking place so speedily that there could be 30 more cases in December. 500 more cases are under trial before Dhaka's courts. It is Awami League that has lost track. The movement of BNP is on the right track. Joint Secretary General of BNP, Barrister Mahmud made the remark at a discussion at Dhaka Reporters Unity on Friday. He at that time said the government will be ousted through unified movement. The BNP leader alleged the government wants to stage a one-sided polls through plundering states' wealth. Barrister Mahmud claimed BNP has boycotted the polls, knowing very well that there will be no fair polls under Awami League government. The government will be ousted through harder movement than that of Awami League's movement in 1996, he added. Now, a short break. We'll be back soon with Kumilla City father Arfanul Haq Rifat laid to rest. 5 Pakistani police and soldiers killed in militant attacks. You are watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Kumilla City Mayor Arfanul Haq Rifat has been laid to rest in his own city. His burial took place at the Thompson Bridge graveyard in Kumilla on Friday afternoon. Earlier, his namaz-e-janaza was held at Central Eidgah ground after Jummah prayer. Local government minister Tajul Islam, lawmaker from Kumilla Shodor, valiant freedom fighter ATN Bahar, former Minister for Railway Mujibul Haq, and several other Awami League leaders and people from all walks of life attended the namaz-e-janaza. Kumilla City Mayor and Metropolitan Chapter Awami League General Secretary Arfanul Haq Rifat breathed his last at Mount Elizabeth Hospital of Singapore on Wednesday. He had been suffering from prime lung ailment. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has expressed profound shock at his demise. Arfanul Haq Rifat was elected as Mayor of Kumilla City Corporation in 2022. Now news from around the world. Five Pakistani police and soldiers have been killed in a militant attack in northwest Pakistan's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The incident took place on Friday morning on police headquarters and an army outpost in province's Dera Ismail Khan Division, Tank District. Police said 3 officers were martyred and 2 others wounded. Tank District Police Officer Iftikhar Ali Shah said one of the several militants first exploded himself at the main entrance of a police office and residence block, and others stormed in. Police force on guard engaged them in gun battle for hours. Other 2 armed men were killed by police and an unexploded suicide jacket has also been found. Police has launched operations to secure the compound. Another military post was also targeted and 2 soldiers were reportedly martyred and 5 wounded. Armed group identified as Ansar-ul-Islam claimed the responsibility of Friday's attack. Pakistan police not yet verified authenticity of the claims. Iran has lifted visa requirements for 33 countries, including Gulf states like that of Saudi Arabia, the Iranian students' news agency ISNA said on Thursday. Those countries' citizens can visit Iran without needing to obtain a visa. Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, and Bahrain are included in the decision to waive visa requirements with whom Tehran has not yet re-established full ties. List included Lebanon, Tunisia, India, several other Central Asian, African, and Muslim nations. Only one Western allied European nation, NATO member, is Croatia. Omani nationals had been able to travel to Iran visa-free prior to this announcement. Russians will only profit from this visa exemption if they visit Iran in groups. With this new inclusion, citizens from 45 countries can now visit Iran without visa. The move is another step towards thawing relations between Iran and Saudi Arabia, in particular after years of tension between two oil-producing Gulf rivals. Now, sports news. The president of top-tier Turkish soccer club Ankaragucu, Faruk Koca, has been given live ban for punching a referee in the country's top soccer league. In addition, Turkish Football Federation TFF board has imposed a fine of 20 lakh lira to the club, which is 75 lakh 52,000 Bangladeshi taka. TFF said its disciplinary board has imposed a permanent ban on Faruk on Thursday, as well as ruled that, along with fine, Ankaragucu club would have to play 5 home games without fans as a result of unrest involving fans and club officials. Various other Ankaragucu officials received bans, cautions and fines in relation to Monday's incident. Earlier, at the end of their home match against Rizespor, Koca went on the pitch and punched referee Halil Umut Meleh on the face after Rizespor scored a 97th minute equalizer in the 1-1 draw. Meleh was then kicked while lying on the pitch. Koca was arrested the next day and the Soccer Federation immediately suspended all matches. Before ending the bulletin, the top stories once again. 3 more Awami League candidates lose nominations. BNP hatching conspiracy to foil polls, says Kadir. War against Hamas to take few more months, says Israel. Kumila city father Afanul Haq Rifat laid to rest. And 5 Pakistani police and soldiers killed in militant attacks. That's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us.